Alright guys, and welcome to yet another add-on video. Today I'm going to be counting down the top 10 add-ons you simply cannot live without in TBC Classic, or at least once you have installed them, you'll be in utter disbelief that you've managed to actually play the game without them so far. These add-ons will take all of those little frustrations you get while playing the game out of the game, provide you with useful information about the game without having to tab out and go and check Google. Then we also have a little bit of a quirky one, which is an actual spell checker add-on. I'll tell you something for free guys, another essential thing to have in the 21st century is a good VPN. It's actually quite scary how easily companies can obtain your data and basically do who knows what with that data without your permission. If only a really good VPN would finally sponsor my channel so I can give you and me some really cheeky deals. But you are probably wondering by now, why on earth is MetaGoblin talking about VPN half a minute into a World of Warcraft video like the 27 other YouTubers that I've watched today? And it's because I do have a great VPN deal for you from this video's sponsor, Surfshark. You're probably wondering why on earth would I want a VPN as an MMO player? Well, having a VPN actually has some really unappreciated advantages, for instance being much less likely to disconnect from a server while playing games like World of Warcraft and Final Fantasy. I actually used Surfshark for the TBC Classic launch and I didn't get disconnected once, and it really helped me get ahead of other players. If you use my discount code MetaGoblin, you will get 83% off and 3 months for free. So click the link in the description guys, go and check it out and get Surfshark for all of your devices on one account, and Bob's your uncle. But anyway, let's jump into the video. The first add-on I have for you is Alachat Classic, which is basically a massive chat overhaul add-on. It's one of those add-ons that, once you install it, you will just never uninstall it for the rest of your time playing World of Warcraft. So what it does is it adds this little bar at the bottom of your chat box, right? Which has a number of different features. First of all, you can very easily switch between different channels. Say for instance I want to go into a Say channel, I want to talk in party, raid, I want to go raid warning, in the BG, guild chat, or I can talk in world defense and obviously LFG chat. It allows you to quickly navigate through different chats rather than obviously doing the manual thing like typing /R for talking in raid for instance. It also has a button for whenever you would need to type the little icons like skull, cross, whatever. I accidentally typed out and look for group chat. Damn, that was a mistake. So yeah, anyway, whenever you need to type in these little icon things, you can just click it like that. Pretty straightforward. It also has a quick button for whenever you need to roll. So I just keep clicking that and I can roll rather than doing /roll. Has one for DBM pull. Has one for a ready check. And also a stat report for whenever that is useful. Now, there's loads of different quest add-ons out there, Classic Codex, Questy and everything like that, and most people just go for Questy, even though there's a much better questing add-on out there called Doogie Quest. As you can see, it basically has the exact same design as the Quest Helper on retail, but it also has some extra cool features like finding the closest repair vendor or mailbox or anything like that, even, the closest ammo vendor or reagent vendor. Say for instance I want to find some reagents near me, I press this button here, and then it's automatically going to send me on a route to go and get some reagents. Also, whenever you are tracking particular things on a map, say for instance I want to look at repair vendors and food and drink vendors, I will track them like I do normally, but then when I go to the world map, I can see them all over the world map, in any location, like here. So it's basically just makes it easier to find anything that you ever want. As you can see here, it also adds a little feature to the quest log telling you which item from a particular quest reward is going to cost the most, and it will tell you whenever it is a particular gear upgrade for your class and spec. Now, have you ever been really frustrated, whenever you're typing a message in chat, guild chat, whispers, whatever, and you forget how to spell a particular word and you have to go and Google it because you don't want to look like you can't spell? Well, fortunately there is actually an in-game spell checker add-on, right? And it doesn't just check normal words from a dictionary, it will also spell check spells, talents and abilities from World of Warcraft, and also the names of people in your guild. So let me show an example. Let's intentionally spell demonic resilience incorrectly, so like that. And all you have to do is the word becomes highlighted in like this light blue colour. You right click it and then it'll give you the correct spelling. And there you go, Bob's your uncle. So say for instance, like me, you've been levelling a new alt, here's my new warlock, and I have absolutely no idea when I need to go back to the spell trainer to get more spells. Well, luckily, there's this add-on called What Can I Train? Adds a little button to your spell book, so I'm going to click that, and oh look, right, these are all the spells that I can train. I definitely should get a new rank of Corruption, and I definitely should get Incinerate. So I'm going to now Hearthstone and go and pick up those spells. And here we are, I'm going to pick up the new spells that the add-on told me to go and get. And while we're talking about classes, you're probably wondering, you know, from the last add-on, what on earth is going on with my talent menu? Well, you can get this add-on called Talented Classic, which basically just makes the entire talent window like a talent calculator when you go on Wowhead, so you don't have to tab in, you know, in between all the windows and stuff like that. And yeah, it's just much easier to use, much easier to see your talents. It's really nice. And you can also make templates for when you ever need to respec, which will, let's be honest, come more useful when we do actually finally get dual spec. But the great thing is, you can actually import templates from Wowhead. So say for instance you're looking at a guide on some kind of class Discord, it tells you precise talents that you should get, which are best in slot, then you can just import that Wowhead profile and it will automatically assign those talents to your own talents. Now, have you ever wondered when you're watching like your favourite streamer or YouTuber, whenever they go to the character menu to select a piece of gear, why is it that this little bar comes out and they can select different pieces of gear? Well, this add-on is called Itemrack. I'm surprised people still ask me about this add-on. And obviously, it just very simply allows you to switch between different gear pieces from the character menu. And you can take it a little bit further. Say, for instance, you have like a gear set that you want for when you're DPSing, or a gear set for when, you know, you're tanking or healing. If you go to here where the Itemrack little icon is, I've got here my like Spree gear, but if I click this, automatically equips all of my healer gear, and you can actually keybind that as well to make it even faster, and then I can just click that again to go back to my shadow preset. Now, have you ever been in a situation where you're just glaring at the chat window, right, and you kind of like getting like motion sickness from the world chat or the looking for group chat just going so ridiculously fast, and you're just looking for a slave pens group or something? Well, there's a great add-on called LFG Bulletin Board, which just kind of filters everything out by automatically detecting what people are typing in the LFG chat. So say for instance I want a old Hillsbrad Foothills group. Well, if I look very closely here, there's one guy who 17 seconds ago was looking for a group for that dungeon, and I can just click his name and go and whisper him. Instead of obviously like scrolling up to try and find the guy, and then all that time spent sometimes scrolling up to try and find someone who was looking for a particular dungeon, someone else could have whispered him in that time and you lose the chance to get into that group. So this add-on just makes the process much more pristine and simple, and obviously increases the chances of you not losing the spot to somebody else. Now my next add-on is a very small one, but a very informative and useful add-on, and it's called Mob Info. So whenever I scroll over a particular mob, it's going to tell me more detailed information, health pool, mana pool. It's going to tell me stuff like kind of loot it has, and then when it has resistances and immunities, it will also tell you information like that, so you don't end up, you know, wasting mana casting a fireball on a mob that has resistances to fire damage. It will also tell you the actual mob's class, which is mainly useful when it tells you the mob is actually a priest, which means that mob is obviously going to throw off some heals. Obviously, when you want to farm a reputation in TBC, you can always just grind a dungeon over and over again, because there isn't always a group going for every single dungeon every minute of the day. Luckily, there are quests that you can do to farm reputation, but it's always a bit of a faff trying to find it out, you know, from Wowhead guides and everything like that. But it is an add-on called Reputable, which just does the whole process for you in-game. So say for instance I want to farm reputation with a Shatar, it's going to tell me, you know, where to get the first quest in Taroka Forest and Shadowmoon Valley, and it will even tell me about some quests that you can pick up in Shatrath City. Normally you'll see some quests which have a little padlock next to them, but it will tell you basically what quest you need to do in order to unlock that quest, and then it will show you the quests that are available, you know, the second you just turn up to a zone. If you want to go back and farm classic WoW reputations, like for instance Darnassus to unlock the Tigers or something like that, it will tell you where all of the Darnassus quests are if you want to farm that up to Exalted. One thing I've always found to be a little bit of a pain while questing as a group in TBC is how you never know anyone else's progress. Luckily, there is this add-on called Smart Quest which just tracks party members' progress on a particular quest, and it will send a little message in your party chat so you can keep track of the progress of every other member in your party. And I'll show you it in action right now. It will tell you when they've collected particular items, completed a particular quest, or even when they failed it. And just lastly guys, if you've been wondering what UI I'm using in this video, it's called Guild Wars 2 UI. If you want more add-on links for any other add-ons that you can kind of see going on in the background of my videos and on my streams, you can just go and check out my Discord. I have a big page there for all my add-on links and some extra cheeky weak auras, mainly for a Shadow Priest, which I find to be very useful. And I also have a Shadow Priest guide you can check out too. But anyway, my name is MetaGoblin. Until my next video, ciao.